We play.
We fight.
We conquer.
Welcome back to the Freak Show. I am your host, BUMPY-MCSQUIGUMS, and we're diving back on into Stranger of Sword City Revisited. If you guys are excited and eager to see this play out, I'll be trying to do somewhat regular updates, but they're going to be a bit further spaced apart than the counterpart to this, and the 2-for-1 offering from NIS America. Saviors of Sapphire Wings, I'm hitting a little bit harder. I'm going to try to get through that first, and then dive into this one a bit more fully and see if we can't actually finish it. Because, like I said, we got like 20 plus hours in the first time around, and now I'm eager to see how this all plays out down the road. So, again, if you want this kind of content a little bit quicker, check out Saviors of Sapphire Wings, and then once that's done, we'll amp this one up and we'll try to get through it. Either way, I'm pretty excited. I remember the first episode, the first time I went and did it, was quite long because there's a lot of extra dialogue and stuff, and was not a natural stopping point where you could save and everything else. So here we are. We're ready to go from where we left off. I'm sure there's still a ton of stuff for us to do before we head out, but let's go and look around here and see what other informative things we can get thrown at us. Within what seems to be a warehouse, you find a large room lined with beds. Given the amount, it's likely the intended sleeping space for strangers. Ah, there you are, dear. I was wondering when you'd show up. We call this place the Base. It's a living space for guild members. But given that this is Sword City, it also serves another important purpose. If you're ever badly injured, come here to recover. Here you can revive anyone who's been killed or recover life points. Revive? Revive brings party members back to life, and recovering will allow you to restore an ally's life points. When a member's life points reaches 0, that person will vanish. So take care to recover before that happens. Now, both revival and recovery give you 2 options, normal or instant. Normal healing comes at no cost, however it'll take some time. On the other hand, instant healing allows for immediate recovery, but be careful because treatment is quite expensive. You shouldn't use it unless you absolutely must. Revival and recovery time is dependent on a character's current life points and age. Generally, the younger the age, the faster the recovery. Winning battles causes time to pass. High-level labyrinths help as well. Alright, gotcha. The majority of folks opt for free treatment. Members who need healing will separate from the party to get some rest. In other words, they're hospitalized. You ought to prepare some substitutes so you're able to heal as needed. As your members decrease, your party will get weaker, so it's always good to have a backup. If you have any more questions, just ask. Now, make yourself at home, dear. Alright, I don't really think there's much for us to do. We can edit our party. I think we can continue to just create new people, or we have the predetermined characters that we can actually go ahead and actually utilize at any given time. Member description. So it'll all explain this stuff as we go. So I'm going to try to follow all this. Oh, Maya. So what can I help you with? I actually, when a heart is broken? What? Oh my, you've already given up. Strangers are always so weak. I have to wonder how you all survive in that world of yours. But that's enough of that. You'll likely have some trouble considering the strength of the monsters here. Given that, it's not a bad idea to get a little help from the divine powers. Head to Gilius's shop and buy a butterfly stone. Bring it to the corridors and find the grand warp stone. From what I understand, doing so will change the state of the world. I've been told many strangers have done just the same. Find yourself truly struggling. Oh, it's a difficulty changing thing. Okay. Well, that's a weird way to phrase it, but fine. Hoping for some rumors, are you? What a shame. There's nothing of interest at the moment. Come back in a bit. Alright, let's get out of here. We go to the leader's room. We go to the shop. We only have 90... So there's not much we can do here, but there's going to be some explanatory stuff and some things. After passing under the archway, you enter a small space near the stairs. This guy. There you find a man staring at you with an intense look on his face. Well, what business do you have here? I came to introduce myself. Stranger, huh? Now get a move on. I've got customers. Oh wait. Gurba mentioned something about a new face around here. Guess you're who she meant. Okay. That makes sense. You're the new stranger, aren't you? That's literally what I said. I'm Gillickheim. Yep. I've been using this place for business. My father was a renowned warrior, so I've got a family bloodline to uphold. Aiding strangers in their plight to return home will do the old man proud, so it may not be much, but I keep the shop running in his memory. I don't just stock equipment either. I've got items and medicine, too. Be sure to give my shop a browse before you head out to fight. I offer additional storage for party leaders as well. Take advantage of that for any unique objects or equipment you don't want to carry. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Is there a limit? When it comes to weapons and armor, you ought to consider two factors: ability and equipment skill. Abilities are straightforward. The weak cannot lift heavy armor, like those who aren't agile can't wield precision weapons. That's all there is to it. Equipment skill is the basic knowledge to handle equipment. That knowledge is tied to a party member's class. So, for example, fighters can use light blades and heavy blades. Obviously, fighters are good at handling swords. Still, you have to be careful. Like I was saying, some equipment may require certain abilities. Equip whatever you like, just don't forget that. Okay, what are unique objects? To put it simply, unique equipment is rare equipment. Most of it has a special effect, so it can be very useful if used correctly. Speaking of which, some adventurers figure unique means there's only one of each kind. But don't worry, you'll find plenty of each. But I've heard that once you find a unique item, multiples are harder to come by. Now I'm good. Alright, now it's time for business. Aside from selling items, I can also power up equipment at my shop. As long as you have the money, I'm happy to upgrade any equipment. Ask me later if you want some more details. Alright. Storage, power up, lineage rumors. Alright, let's, Leader's room, I guess, is where we're heading. Hey, come on in. I've been waiting. This is one of our meeting rooms here at the guild. We call it the Leader's room. I'm using it for the time being. If there's anything you need, don't hesitate to ask. So what do you think? This place is pretty amazing, right? We're strangers to this land, outsiders, just as the name suggests. For us, survival in this place depends on two things: hunting lineage types and harvesting blood crystals, just like the one that you saw. Lineage types are deeply feared by the residents of Sword City. If we don't remove the blood crystal, they'll revive. But that can only be done by strangers, by the Chosen Ones more specifically. Basically, we're the only folks out there who can defeat lineage types. Because of that, we have a pretty large role and presence here. It's a give and give situation. Huh? Did that not make sense? Anyway, slay lineage types, gather blood crystals. That's our most common duty here in Sword City. Take good care of us, so you should help them out too. Or they took good care of us, so you should help them out too. He who doesn't work, or something. Either way, there's still something in it for us. Whenever you find blood crystals, there's some special ways that you can use them. It'll be easier to show you than to explain it. The blood crystal you're holding. Uh-oh. The room faded to dark. You can trust me with it. Okay. Holy Light allies recover 10% HP every turn. Stacking increases 5%. I guess I go with this one. Flash Escape. Okay. Learn Divinity, Flash Escape. The maximum morale will become 10. Power up limit is increased to 5. Okay. Thanks. Got it. So let me try to explain this the best that I can. Inside my soul, there's a strange, unique power lying dormant. The people here refer to me as a vessel. Typically, blood crystals are so powerful no regular human can even use them. But vessels, like myself, can harness their energy. Any blessing granted to me empowers the crystal's provider, too. In return, whoever offered the crystal is granted special protection known as divinity. Well, did that make any sense? The what now? Divinity? Sorry, it is a lot to take in, huh? Where should I start? Yikes, what a hassle. What's up? Basically, she's trying to say the vessels are the gods' proxies in this world. Oh? Any power offered to the vessels is then transferred to their respective gods. Okay, I guess that kind of makes sense, sort of, maybe? So by giving them crystals, you earn the protection from the heavens. Speaking of, there's 3 people considered vessels in this city. Oh. Each is linked to a different god, too. In short, vessels are special folk who grant a god's divinity. That's pretty much it. Thank you, Anna. You're much better at explaining. Geez, can't you do this yourself? What would you do without me? I guess I'd have to learn to explain better. Why not do that anyway? I'm Anna Kurusu, by the way. Welcome aboard. Oh, and I'm just an ordinary member, so don't mind me. But if Ryu was giving you the rundown, that must mean Ryu? Yeah, I guess it's Ryu is what I decided on. I can never remember, guys. It's gonna flop all the time. It's fine. I'm flippy and I'm floppy. It's what I do. Yes, another chosen Juan. Man, that title is lame. Thanks. Appreciate you. You greet Anna and introduce yourself to her. Afterwards, you continue to listen to Anna and Ryu's explanations. I see. So the newbie's a leader too. Yeah, seems so. You, Kyo, and our newbie here. We now have 3 chosens. Yep, back to 3 again. So are we done yet? Yeah, pretty much. If you want to earn a divinity, it might be best to start with a hands-on approach. Why not speak to the other vessels, Maralith and Alm, for yourself? Yeah, that would make more sense. Excuse me. There's a message from the palace. Lady Maralith has requested a meeting. Got it. Be right there. Ah, the boss has been summoned. Oh well, guess I gotta handle the rest. Sorry, I owe you one. I'm off, but Anna will help you out. Bye, Ryu. Come on, really, Ryu? You're actually gonna ditch us? Well, yeah, it's official business, Anna. This isn't what I signed up for. At least brush your hair. You really should try to look a bit nicer. Public image matters, you know? Why should I bother with that? If I run into a monster along the way, I'll end up a bloody mess anyway. There's no guarantee that'll ever happen, or that'll even happen. No more excuses. Get over here. Ow, ow, no pulling. A few minutes later. Sorry for the wait. I only wanted to wash her face and fix her hair. But geez, Ryu's like a cat in water. Just can't have it at all, can you? Anyway, there's plenty of stuff we need to chat about, isn't there? Ryu should have told you about your duty. Remember what it is? Hunting lineage types, gathering blood crystals, earning a divinity. Lineage types. Well, that's unexpected. You were actually listening. Though I guess it'd be a bigger problem if you weren't. So the plan is you slay lineage types and collect blood crystals left behind. Yep, that means you'll be fighting tons of lineage types. Yeah, I got it. I'm all over it. But don't sweat it too much. You will not be fighting alone. Normally, people will form a party and hunt lineage that way. You should gather some members and make a party of your own. You've already got some registered, so you can just use them if you want. Oh, the max amount of members is 6, so be sure you bring the right folks along. So anything you were curious about? Alright, so just gonna take a second here, guys and gals. I want to get into it. I want to get into some like gameplay and combat and stuff this episode. I don't think we're gonna make it before we run out of time. So I'm not sure how quickly I'm going to do the next episode, but let's say if you guys want to be part of the run, you guys can sign up and I'll make some generic classes. If I don't have enough people signed up, I'll just use the pre-made classes. Otherwise, or I'll just make up some on my own. But if we don't get into that in this episode, like if it's not like 2 minutes later and we're diving into it, before the next episode, I will try to create my entire party, and then we'll hopefully be at a point where we can just head out and get stuff done. So we'll see. Anyway, let's see here. Classes, talents, races. Nah, I'm good. All right. Classes. Classes are pretty much like jobs. This is important stuff, so you better be listening. A party formation consists of 3 members in front and in the back. That means 3 people in the front row are going to get hit a lot. It's best to put tough members in the front row. If you're not sure, use a fighter and a knight and you should be peachy. As long as the front row is good, you can pick any class for the back row. It would be a good idea to bring a cleric and a wizard along. You always got to have a healer in the party. You know that much from games, right? Yep, I do. So anything you were curious about? How about talents? Talents are the members' abilities they were born with, like intuition and identify, for example. Each person only has one talent, so form your party accordingly. For starters, you can bring someone who can detect traps by using their intuition. Don't get the wrong idea, though, because talents aren't a requirement. You can still open treasure boxes without intuition, you know. It's just a bit more risky. The decision's up to you. Members with intuition get a boost to their open lock ability. The higher a member's open lock ability, the easier identifying traps will be. When you try to unlock a treasure box, a list of potential traps will appear. If you guessed right, you'll be 100% successful in unlocking it. But if you guess wrong, the trap will activate. Totally forgot that mechanic. So anything you were curious about? And the races? This world has several races aside from humans, even here at the Strangers Guild. Let me cut to the chase. Some folks actually got a different body when they came here. Oh. Though their appearance may be different, they still have the souls of strangers. So, just like us, they're registered as part of the guild. Oh, Gurba and Gilius aren't strangers, though. They're both Escarian. They were born in this world. But, getting back on topic. Races all have pros and cons in battle, so make sure you check it out, especially when it comes to a class compatibility. But what's the point of high int but low vitality? Even idiots and blunt scissors are useful when you know how to use them. So anything you were curious about? Nah, I think I'm good. Alrighty then, mind editing your party for me. Oh wait, before that, uh-oh. And I hand you a heavy leather bag. Ooh, 1,000 cash monies. What? For you, guild leader's salary. Here in Escario, blood crystals are used as currency. If you want more, they get left behind when monsters die. But some monsters don't drop them, so don't get your hopes up too much. When you down those baddies, be sure to check and see. I promise it's not as gross as it sounds, it's just highly condensed magic. If you want to add a new member, register them at the leader's room. The first 5 people you register will be provided equipment. Go check it out if you want to. Oops, almost forgot, there's one more thing you need to know. You can register freeman members, but you can't put them in your party. What is a freeman member? That class never leaves the guild, not ever, under any circumstances. Man, talk about stubborn, right? But they do spend their time a bit differently. At least they're good for something. May as well register a few. Leadership means finding the right hole for square pegs. You got this. I'll hang around a bit longer, so let me know if you have any questions. Good luck out there. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a single character so you guys can see what the character creation's like. I'll probably go through it a little bit slower than I normally would, and then you guys can sign up. So I'm going to have myself, one other person, and then we're going to go from there, and you guys can sign up if you want to. I guess we go to register. Member description. I think I want to go to edit party. Wasn't it from the leader's room they said? Oh, well, I backed out. I don't think I was supposed to do that yet. We're keeping you busy, huh? I've been waiting for you. What's up, Kyo? So, how was talking with Anna? Even though she's younger, that girl's always talking down to me. Really? Age doesn't matter. Really? Oh, did you not notice? Maybe she was really being polite with you. Heh, that's amusing. In any case, we should move on. I'll be in charge of your training. First off, this is for you. An essential for every stranger. You are able to view quests. You just have to keep a record of what you do, kind of a planner for school. If you're unsure what to do next, take a look at your quests. That way you can always remind yourself. Party menu info. Okay, got it. I finished prep for your training. Now that your party is organized, we're good to head out. Wait a sec, that's weird. You're still by yourself. Make sure you register all your members and organize your party. It'll be too dangerous for you to go inside the labyrinth otherwise. That all makes sense. Go to leader's room one more time. Register and organize your party once you're there. After that, we'll be heading to the Mausoleum of Metal. We're waiting for you by the entrance. Just don't take too long, okay? See you in a bit. Alright. Good. Leader's room. Do we manage? Do we not manage? Do we create a new one? Do we register a new? Oh, here we go. Register a member. Can remove a member. The member will receive experience points according to Kim's stats unless the chosen class is Freeman. Alright, so it looks like we have a whole bunch of different portraits available. As per normal, exactly what you would expect beforehand. Alright, we're going to go with... I don't know. I don't really have something. You know what? I like the big black knight, so we're gonna go with him. All right. We'll go with age 24, 2 max life points, min bonus 5, talent fortunate and +3. Sure. And we get to choose the race. Nay. Tyranianthrope race. Race of small, godly folk, weak but swift, good with holy magic. Dwarf, tough race. I think we're gonna go with the dwarf, to be honest. Even though that looks definitely more human than dwarf. I think I'm gonna go with it either way. You know, yeah, we're going dwarf. Next. Sturdy frame to defend against paralyzation and critical attacks. Fortunate, educated, identifying. Starting life points +2. I mean, I don't plan on getting them murdered that much. Yeah, I guess critical, yeah, it seems fine. Oh, here we go again, guys and gals. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this. I'm sitting here honestly like above 6. If we get anything above 6, we're gonna roll with it. And I might even fold on get just 6. I know 5 is the minimum at this point, but I would very much like. I told you guys I rolled for over 15 minutes last time to get the 8 or 9 or whatever it was we ended up getting. So I do not want to take that much time again to do this. And while I'm sure it helps having a higher starting bonus, I don't think it matters that much. It might. It might matter. I don't know. Come on. There we go. Alright, we got a 7. That's what I wanted. At least a 7. Alright, so what we're going to do is... I'll put vitality up a little bit. How can we... Oh, we can just keep going with it. Okay, no. I don't want to go that high with vitality. Actually, maybe... No, there we go. 16, 17. Yeah, that seems... I kind of want to swap those two. There we go. There we go. That's better. Alright, next... Alright, so I don't think I want to go with a fighter. I think I want to go with a knight. Heavily armored. Makes sense, right? We have a samurai, we have a wizard, we have a cleric, we have a ranger, a dancer, a ninja, a clocker, a puppeteer, and a freeman. Runs guild utility skills. So I think I'm going to go with a knight. Next. Alright, voice. Alright, we're just gonna go down the line. I know it's not gonna be super loud, but it's okay. Name. Let's see here. Okay, that's shift. Alright, we're gonna go with exiled. And it's going to be Furry. Exiled Furry. We're going to put 2 R's there now. Exiled Fury. There we go. Nickname. We're going to go with Exiled. Or we can go with Techman if we really wanted to. Exilade. Exilade. Next. Alright, and now we get a feature. He was clearly a baseball player. Special Weapons Soul. Assassin's Dagger. Canny Strategist. Or Strategist. Always fights back or on counterattack. I think that's going to be the one. Alright. So there we go. And I guess that's okay. I mean, he's not really a dwarf based off of his picture, but you know what? It's fine. So there we go. We have our first member of the 6. We're going to have to create some freemen and all sorts of other stuff. You guys don't have to really tell me what classes you want. I'm going to keep control of my party of what I want to actually be. But you guys can go ahead and offer names up, and I will create characters. And yeah, that's going to be the plan. So I'm basically going to stop right here at this point. We have one person made, ready to go. And in the next episode, we will create more characters. Or I'll do it before the next episode. And then we'll be able to go directly to the Mausoleum of Metal and meet up with our buddy Kyo. And continue our adventure there. Anyway, guys and gals, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to check out the Saviors of Sapphire Wings Let's Play, as it is the partner to this game that released in the 2-for-1 game from NIS America. I'm going to be playing that a bit more regularly, this a little bit less until I beat that. Then I'm going to play this a bit more regularly, so on and so forth. Anyway, folks, until the very next episode, I have been your host, BUMPY-MCSQUIGUMS. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show. And always remember, we play, we fight, we conquer.